because he looked too terrifying. They forced him to wear an iron mask. He was locked away in a dark dungeon for years. No one ever spoke to him. Only a priest came once a month to pray. This time the priest threw down a corpse wearing the same iron mask. The masked man was shocked. The priest said he was going to use a body swap to help him escape. Then the priest told the guards the masked man had died of the plague. The moment they heard plague, the guards backed off in fear. They rushed the priest out of there, afraid they'd get infected. Just like that, the priest managed to sneak the masked man out. With the help of a few others, they finally removed the iron mask. His face was covered in a thick beard, but you could still tell he was just a young man, though his eyes were hollow, like his soul was gone. The three musketeers weren't sure if this was all worth it, until the masked man washed up a little, and when he came back out, everyone was stunned. He looked exactly like the current king. The king had completely ruined the country. All he cared about was pleasure. He'd rather spend time with women than deal with politics. Now he even released a unicorn pig just for people to chase. Then he deliberately triggered a trap, leaving Christine stranded in the square. She had no choice but to take a path away from the crowd. Louis followed her. He wanted to use his royal identity to win her over, but he didn't expect Christine to already be engaged. Just as Louis was about to get forceful, an assassin who had been lying in wait jumped out, but the guards managed to save him in time. Louis was furious and stabbed the assassin to death. When he turned around, Christine was already walking away with her fiancé. A few days later, angry citizens surrounded the palace. The food the king handed out was so bad not even pigs would eat it. The head guard reported this to Louis, but Louis impatiently gave an order.
The next time there are rioters, shoot them.
Louis still wasn't ready to give up the woman he wanted. He sent Christine's fiancé to the most dangerous front line. As expected, he was blown up on the battlefield. When his father heard the news, he was devastated. He broke into the palace alone to demand answers, but was stopped by the head guard who used to be his friend. Before leaving, he called him a blind dog who couldn't tell right from wrong. Meanwhile, Louis invited Christine to the palace. Now that her fiancé was dead, she had no reason to refuse the king, and Louis finally got what he wanted. A few days later, the priest gathered the three musketeers, and the head guard who used to be their friend. The priest admitted he was the one who sent the assassin. He couldn't stand seeing the kingdom he built with the old king fall into the hands of a selfish child. They had to plan a coup. The duke immediately said he would support him no matter what. He had to get justice for his dead son, but the head guard had sworn never to betray the king. Still, there was something he didn't say. In the end, he walked away from the group. He couldn't stand with his old brothers, so the priest and the three musketeers moved forward without him, which brings us back to the beginning, the moment they freed the man in the iron mask, because he was the king's secret twin brother.